values that all of society adheres to.
Yeah,
here's what I think about that. I think the way that most people, like, say if everybody tried to do what I generally do, by assuming the best of people and then assuming there's no problem if people don't speak up, a lot of people would not, like, be self-critical enough to change if it turns out that someone like that. What, Munchy?
No.
Munchy, stop mining Bitcoin over there. For fuck's sake.
You're stealing my speech. I wrote a whole speech.
Oh, okay, go on ahead. I'm bad at speaking. The most embarrassing thing I do is PCP. I'm terrible at it.
Okay. Arm retrieval mode activated. Embarrassment, more specifically shame, is not only good for you, but actively beneficial to society. Eternal shame is a built-in, natural repellent of bad or unhealthy thoughts. It is your body's way of telling you that you fucked up, but not with the carnage of the flesh. If you're like me, your mind will literally torment you day in, day out of your past sins and the evils you've committed to yourself and your loved ones. You will never escape your misdeeds. You could be having the time of your life at a party or falling asleep in bed when suddenly that one awkward conversation with your homeroom teacher back in 6th grade telling her that she looked like Tina Fey but way, way older. Or worse, the awful, awful porn you've drawn of Tina Fey but way, way older. Then your thought process is hijacked. And all you can think about for the next 20 minutes is your 6th grade teachers all in variously poorly constructed sexual positions with no concept of anatomy or what sex actually is. This is your personal nightmare. It's all your fault. Now, clearly this is not a desirable situation to be in. You're probably almost moved to tears or an anxiety attack, just like your suggestion of your math room teacher, sprawled out on what appears to be her knees, though due to the complete failure of perspective, it looks like her back. And you're probably cursing me for the mere suggestion that you deserve this fate. And to that, I'd say it's your own fucking fault, buddy. In scenarios such as this, and much less comedic ones, where you've genuinely hurt the people in your lives, you only have yourself to blame. And you have hurt and lied to the people you care about, or alternatively drawn Steven Universe storyboard to your porn of them. You yourself have committed social faux pas, or done something you promised someone you wouldn't, something such as that. No one is allowed to hold that burden but you. Only you may inherit the shitty things you have done. Just because they're in your past doesn't mean they aren't you. You are defined in the ways you probably couldn't even articulate by your past sins. And I think in good ways. Now, just because I say the past still matters, I'm also now, currently, right now, next sentence, next word, right, the next thing I'm about to say, currently, okay, here it goes, saying that the present and future are wide open. Like, wide open. You... Hold on, I lost track of my notes.
Like so many hot moms looking like Tina Fey, only way older.
Exactly. Wide open, like my voluptuous reading teacher. Well, actually, no. I don't want no more.
Oh no.
The point is, you have done shitty things, and you've been stung by them, probably hard, and that does matter. But what matters more is what you do now. It's easy to commit a sin and then curl up into a ball and cry your eyes out, cursing yourself for mistakes. It's almost comforting to throw yourself into the pity party, rejecting your actions, while at the same time in the back of your head trying to rationalize them. It's so easy to do that. I've done that for most of my life. But if all you do is toil and regret your mistakes, that's all you're ever going to be defined by. You have to make that next step, the harder step. You have to get fucking action and snatch your wrongs from the baby playhouse of self-defeatism and throw that slimy directly into the middle of accountability junction, motherfucker. You must move on from your life and start to specifically be a better person. Most of the time, this will not mean mending the damage you've done, because most of the time, you have to let certain things go because you've probably destroyed them more than you can ever repair them in most embarrassing situations. And it's in the past. You can't rewind time to make sure that you don't envision your homeroom teacher naked during class. What you can always do, regardless of circumstance or background, is just remember. Live your life and remember what you've done, and look out for the signs that lead you down the path towards treachery. Look for ways to remove yourself from temptations and obstructions. Remember how and why you did the thing, so you can specifically eradicate all chances of it happening again. Learn from your fucking mistakes, you slippery slut, you fucking cheap dog food nigger. failure, after you snap your life back into place, understand what you did and can do. Think for a moment to thank the friend that made this all possible. Because let's be honest, no way you would have found the initiative or power to change your life, even aside the most rousing of speeches, if you didn't feel absolutely awful at the low point. The original pit of despair and agony you felt deep inside your intestines was the primordial soup for your ascension to repair your fucking life. People can tell you what to do and how to fix things, but if you don't feel bad and if you don't feel regret for what you did, and you don't feel absolutely ashamed of what you did, then you're not going to get better. You're not. The pain was your trusty biological suicide of feeling that turned your life around.
Munchy, are we anywhere close to the end here?
Yes,
how long
yes.
is this? Okay,
No,
okay.
Yeah. So next time you let a conversation awkwardly linger for a second or two, you cheat on your husband, or you draw terrible porns of 13-year-old that you post on the internet, know that the very pain that courses through your soul is your ticket to redemption. And that's the only way you can let shame positively impact you. You have to take it and remember what you've done. That's why shame is good, because it will never go away ever. And that's just a clear blueprint to be better at everything.
Yeah, I would say that is exactly what I think about shame. The only thing is, I only take shame from sources that I trust. You know, if a friend that I trust the opinion of tells me that I'm doing something wrong, I will think, oh, I gotta think about this. But if it's just a bunch of people that I know are stupid, then I'm not gonna feel shame. Like, if it's like a societal thing that is like generally, oh, you shouldn't say swears, like, well, f*** off, you know?